Okay, great. Thanks everyone for joining us today. We'll go ahead and get started and just admit additional individuals as they come through. Today is the 2021 Student Employment Awards, and we are so excited to be hosting this today. It's been a rough year for a lot of us, but we truly appreciate all of our student employees and everything you do. Even with the struggles of this last year, we truly appreciate all of your efforts and your contributions to Columbus State, to our campus, and to the local community. So we will go ahead and get started today. And again, thank you all for joining us. My name is Amanda Perk. I am the program coordinator in career services for student employment. So hopefully most of you have had the chance to meet with me over the last year or so. So again, we appreciate everyone being here today, joining us in this celebration. I'm going to pass it over to Leslie Melton. She is the director of our Career Services Department. She just wants to share a few words of welcome. Go ahead, Leslie.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Leslie Melton, and I serve as the Director of Career Services here at Columbus State. Thank you for joining us today for the annual Student Employment Awards. It is a beautiful day to take time to recognize the contributions of our student employees and their supervisors. Hopefully, you have had an opportunity to participate in some of the student employee appreciation events this week. I offer my sincere appreciation to those of you who have taken time to recognize our student employees via social media, the Daily Dose, and the many other ways in which you have expressed your gratitude for their work. I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to recognize the outstanding work and service that both Amanda and Carrie provide for our student employees and supervisors alike. Throughout the year, I read dozens of kudos, thank you notes, and cougar paws recognizing the quality service they provide in helping our students and supervisors. Amanda and Carrie, thank you. Though we haven't been together in person for more than 14 months, the great work has continued on. Thanks to the support of our leadership on campus, student employees in both tier groups have received a raise as the hourly rate increase was approved. We also received a 6-figure experimental federal work-study grant that is allowing our student employees to earn increased wages while working with an off-campus employer in their field of study. This year, we also fully implemented the GROW model into practice with all student employees. This model allows supervisors and students to have guided conversations regarding the connections between academics, student employment, and their future career goals. We sought to offer more engagement opportunities for students and supervisors through virtual sessions and meet and greets with Amanda for supervisors and through coffee with Carrie for students. We've hosted our first virtual student employment fairs, and we also implemented the Career and Leadership Development Program with our Tier 3 students, which provides enhanced opportunities for paid and professional development for student employees. We know that the Student Employment Program is a high-impact practice that provides an opportunity for students to obtain financial security while in school, while also improving upon their learning, career readiness, and most importantly, their persistence. Student employment offers our students career and leadership enhancing opportunities and better preparation for the job market upon graduation. Many thanks to all of you who support us in this mission. Our student employees provide an invaluable service to Columbus State, and they do so with enthusiasm, dedication, and initiative. It is for these reasons that we celebrate you today. I will end with a quote by John F. Kennedy. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. So supervisors and CSCC staff, let's continue to show our appreciation for our student employees and their supervisors today and always. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Leslie. Yes, thank you to all of the students and the supervisors as well, and all of our campus partners too are on campus. the human resources team, the payroll team, all of the others that help us run this program. So we appreciate everyone involved in these efforts. So I just want to do a kind of brief overview of the week's events. Hopefully everyone had a chance to participate in some of them. Monday, we had a special issue of the Daily Dose for specific to student employee appreciation. I hope everyone had the chance to read through this. It was really a lot of fun to put together, and there's so many cool stories, and we collected videos from supervisors, videos from students, and stories from Columbus State staff who started their careers as student employees. So I hope everyone had a chance to read that. If you haven't, that was sent to your Columbus State employee email account, so be sure to take a look at that. Tuesday, we had a student employment mini job fair. And again, all these events are virtual. So we had, I believe, 8 departments participate in the fair who either have open positions or will have open positions in the near future. So this was an event actually any student was invited to attend. Wednesday, we had a couple different social events. So we had our Coffee with Carrie. I know there's a few of you who attend almost all of those, the Coffee with Carrie. So that is actually a monthly event. And we held one specific for Student Employee Appreciation Week. We also had a Netflix watch party. We watched The Silence, which was kind of scary, but we had a lot of fun in the chat, talking about the movie and the experience of it. And Thursday, as you know, campus was closed, offices were closed for our in-service and day of self-care. So I hope everyone had the opportunity yesterday to get some time outside. I know it wasn't, totally warm, but I hope you had, got some fresh air, did some self-care, took time to relax and, take care of yourself yesterday. And today is the awards. So that's what we're having here today. A few housekeeping notes for the presentation. What we'll be going through, kind of the order, we'll be recognizing the student teams that were submitted for recognition. Next would be the Student Employment Supervisor of the Year nominees and award. And then following that will be the Student Employee of the Year nominees and award. So I will announce each nominee, maybe share 1 to 2 things from the nomination, and then first invite the nominator. So whoever submitted the nomination to unmute and to share more about the nominee, why you were called to submit the nomination. And then after that, following, we'll have the nominee will be invited to share, say thanks, anything you wish to say as the nominee, you'll be able to have the opportunity to do that. So we are recording this and we are streaming this to Facebook. So just keep that in mind. We'd love for you to have your cameras on if you're comfortable doing that. But if not, we understand. But just wanted to let everyone know. Also, all of the nominees will receive a certificate, and that will be emailed to you directly. You will also have the opportunity, if you wish, we can print that out and have that available for you to pick up. You would just let us know. All the nominees also receive a copy of the actual nomination that was submitted. So you get to read, what the nominator shared in that nomination. For the student awards, the honorable mentions for Student Employee of the Year will also receive a gift card to the Columbus State Bookstore. And the winners of each of the categories, so the Student Employee of the Year and the Student Employment Supervisor of the Year, will get a certificate plaque along with a gift card to the bookstore too. So we'll arrange how to get that to the winners directly with you guys on receiving those. So those are kind of the housekeeping notes. I wanted to let everyone know up front kind of how this event will flow. So we will go ahead and get started with our team recognition. So student employee teams that are being recognized here today. The first team is our Goodwill Ambassadors with the Compassion and Care team. They were nominated by Barbara Allen, Manager of Professional Development and the Compassion and Care team. As a brief description of their duties and responsibilities, students reach out and respond to the Columbus State community as part of the Compassion and Care initiative. These students participate in service projects, story exchanges, weekly meetings, and extended learning and personal growth opportunities through professional development. What is the team's greatest strength? Their shared promise and commitment to kindness and gratitude. Their willingness to offer up ideas, be vulnerable and supportive of each other, taking risks and completing this big, important, messy work, and willing to be wrestle with the uncertainty and creating new projects. One special note that Barbara included was that they have handwritten over 2,000 postcards to the Columbus State community with personalized messages. So that is so important. So we're recognizing the Goodwill Ambassadors today: Afia Hussein, Ahmed Alajuni, Angela Sloan, Dalton Darst, Lakin Stokes, and Mariama Sumala Basantale. So Barbara, if you want to just take a moment and share why you wanted to recognize this team today.
Oh, just thank you so much for the opportunity. I feel like each and every one of these students is so special and they bring their full selves to the position. And it's just been a joy, I know, for Ellen Nutzling and Melissa Lamar and Paula Teeter and I to witness their efforts and to stand by their side. So thank you so much for allowing us to share the good news about these wonderful Columbus State students and their shared vision of kindness. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. If any of the Goodwill Ambassadors are on here as a part of the team and wish to say something, about your experience in being on the team, please go ahead and take a moment to do so.
I'd like to say something.
Sure.
I'd like to say thank you. I want to say shout out to all my team members. Thank you guys for the growth. Thank you for your time and effort. I have grown so much with this team. I have learned so much about myself and things I didn't know about other things and about other people. And it also helped me to learn how to express myself to people and how to communicate with people. And I feel that's a great opportunity for me, and I'm grateful and blessed to be part of this team. So thank you guys for everything. I appreciate you guys so much.
Thanks for sharing, Mariama. Any other GWAs want to share anything?
Yes, I just want to say thank you to our supervisors for making this happen for us. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do any of the work that we've done. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. And as Mariama said, it has developed so much growth in me and opened my eyes to different perspectives and mindfulness. And what's so crazy about the work is even when we're writing the postcards, like you're writing all these nice things to other people and trying to empower them, but there's magic in it and it empowers me just writing them. So I just want to say thank you and I love all of you.
Thanks for sharing, Angela.
Hi, you guys. It's Lakin. I just want to say thank you to all my teammates and Barbara, Paula, Melissa, and Ellen. I feel like you guys have been such wonderful influences on my life, and I consider you guys like to be my mentors. And like my group it's been like a sisterhood experience, and it's been really wonderful to be a part of. And I thank you guys for introducing me to so many people at Columbus State and hearing me when I never felt heard before, and that means more than the world to me. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you, Lakin. Okay, so next we'll move on to our second team recognition. This is for the Diversity Student Coordinators and the Scholar Coordinator for the Global Diversity and Inclusion area. This team was nominated by Brett Welsh, the Director of the Office of Global Diversity and Inclusion. And brief description of what these students do. They assist in helping and putting on the department initiatives like the programs and events, including Women's Connection, Man Initiative, Dream Network, Safe Zone, Scholar Network, and a variety of cultural events. As far as what the team has been able to accomplish, Brett noted that just maintaining and reclaiming some of their traditional programming in this virtual space has been an amazing accomplishment. And these students have never been shy or scared to try new things, like leading a Zoom meeting, and have also even pushed the professional staff to try some new things. As far as the impact of the team, Brett notes that this team has been nothing short of essential to the department. We could not have offered as many programs, events, or workshops or social media content without their work. And they have also gotten involved in many other efforts around campus. So today we're recognizing Adina Davis, Kaden Bearfield, Juanquia Nolan, Sarah Martin, Sharon Gonzalez, and Wesa Judy from the Office of Global Diversity and Inclusion. So yay, so Brett, anything else you'd like to share about this team?
Sure, I'll just take a second. This team's amazing. We actually just got done meeting together, and they're an amazing group of students. They always bring great energy, especially in a year where you need some good energy. These folks do it week in and week out. They never complain, they never say no, they just jump right in and they just do whatever is asked. And they're always pushing us to think about new ways to do it. They get called upon by other departments to help out with stuff, which is cool. You know, I have a lot of pride in that, to see our students being asked to help lead things like the African American Read-In Chain and other stuff going on around campus. So just really proud of this group. They've been amazing, all of them this entire year. Really thankful to have them. And I just want to give a shout out to Career Services as well, because I think this was the first event that a lot of us saw when we went virtual last year, that we saw that we could do this. So it's great to be back for a second time in this space, and thank you all for putting this together.
Great, thank you, Brett. Yeah, I recall last year, and I was also fresh off maternity leave coming back to this event, this week of events. So it was really great to connect with everyone at that point. So if we have any of the Global Diversity Inclusion students here today that if you want to share anything, please go ahead.
Hi. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. I can't see myself.
Yeah.
I'd just like to give a shout out to my whole team. I have learned throughout the year that your tribe cannot run as well if you don't understand that everyone is individual. And I have learned that, and I have worked closely with my team, and they have helped me so much. So just a big shout out to my team. I love you guys. I'm so thankful for you, and you guys just help make my day significantly better every time. So thank you.
I completely agree with Adina. She is amazing. So is the rest of the team. I feel honored to be a part of such an amazing group of people. And it literally is like a dream job. So just super grateful for being a part of, this experience.
Thank you, Sarah and Adina. I am also super grateful to now be more closely involved in the team aspect with GDI, being the lone scholar coordinator this semester. I love I actually genuinely enjoy our weekly meetings. I feel like I learn so much from everybody, and like Adina was saying, everybody really does have their own individual strengths that really play off of each other in a very there's that synergy or something, some sort of good positive works off of each other way, and it's helped me feel less overwhelmed in Scholar Network and always getting new ideas for helping virtual. I remember before that, I always just loved to come sit by the office if I was getting anxious at school. It's always just been such a positive environment, group of people.
And I would just like to add on to that with what Kaden said. It's just, I feel so rare when you just have a team of people like this together. And it's like, you know, there's the work. We get a lot of work done. And I'm so happy that we do, and to see the effect that it has on the students. But the amount of like inspiration and like how comfortable we've all become with one another, it's like, you know, we can't help but have a meeting without a smile and just some takeaway from one of the other members of the team. So it's just been so great for me to have this, you know, especially in the time where everything is changing and shifting, and you know, to feel like less connected in school than I have in the past, but to feel so connected with this group of people has been a blessing. And Brett, you know, he come on there with his dad jokes and he keep us laughing. So it's just a lot of love. And so I'm really appreciative for this team, and I'm appreciative of the time that we spent together. Thank you.
All right, thank you guys so much for sharing. And as you're, you know, talking about, it is so important to kind of find your people, you know, whether that is a team you're part of on campus, or, you know, your job, or if it's a student club, you're part of something, you know, it's so important to have, you know, that group of people that you can rely on. So thank you guys for sharing that. So the next team that we're recognizing today is our market assistants for the Mid-Ohio market at Columbus State. And this team was nominated by Lisa Phillips, as well as Matthew Austin, the manager of the Mid-Ohio market. These students are responsible for the day-to-day operations of the market, which can include providing direct customer service, managing the stock and inventory, maintaining safe and clean market, as well as managing the check-in and the data. As far as the team's greatest strength, adaptability and consistency. In the midst of a great deal of uncertainty, they showed up each day the market was open to serve the community. Even as each of them faced their own unique individual challenges, they were willing to explore ways to continue the service and provide support to each other. As far as the impact this team has, since the start of COVID, so the service numbers at the market have been exceptional. Since the onset of the pandemic a year ago, they've had nearly 20,000 services, distributed over 1 million pounds of food, and provided assistance to over 600 students. And there's no way the market could have stayed open during the pandemic without this team. So thank you to Anjanae Glover, Andrew Crowley, Chanel Baker, Deontay Payne, and Jenkins Smith. So Lisa or Matt, if you guys are on today, if you'd like to share a few words about your nomination, please feel free.
Sure, I'll go ahead. You know, it's really been an incredible year and an incredible time for the Mid-Ohio market. Only in our coming up past our first year of existence, we've been able to reach so many individuals, reach so many students. And on a personal level, I started at the college on May 1st, 2020. If I did not have this team, if I did not have the support that we had, there is no way we could have been successful. Like I said, or as been said, 20,000 services, 1.2 million pounds of food. I looked up how much it was as of yesterday. And as many folks as we could always work with. So I think this is an amazing team. I think their nomination is awesome, and I look forward to working with them every day.
I don't know that I can add much more to what Matt said. I just think that when we talk about their consistency and their support and their encouragement, I think anybody who walks into the market finds that it is a place that is always hopping, always supportive, always just doing the work that needed to be done during this time with such grace, such style, just such gratitude for us being able to be together as a family. I think we were very fortunate, as everybody else says, how do we interact virtually? We've had that opportunity to interact in person. Sometimes feeling a little bit isolated from the rest of the world, but we always kept going. And I say it a million times, we could not have stayed open without the students. And when you think about 1 million pounds of food since the pandemic, you really see their impact. Just amazing students.
Thank you, Lisa. If any of the market assistants are on today, if you'd like to say a few words about being on this team, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenkins. And if you look, you're looking at our logo here. And our logo is food, peace, love, and learning. This team that I work with, I can't say enough about it. We've worked hard. They've worked hard. We give everything we have every single day. Let me talk about for a moment about our logo. It's so humbling to be able to see people every day, to be able to serve people in this time of mass uncertainty. And the food we give is not just physical food. The food that we give, it brings people to the realization that we can help quiet your hunger. We can try to bring about some form of peace for you. We can try to show from that peace love that we have, trying to hustle and try to serve you, try to listen to you, try to hear you, try to cry with you, try to hug you, try to do the human things that we can possibly do. And this team that I work with each and every day, sometimes I don't want to go home because I don't want to leave or not see them. Even at this moment here, each name that you called, their faces are right here in my heart, in my mind, in my mind's eye. And I thank the Mid-Ohio Market for being here to help people, including their pests sometimes. So you know, I appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak and say something to each and every one of you. And thanks, team. I thank Dr. Phillips so much every day. Thank my supervisor, Mr. Matt Austin. This man do not want to put any food away at the end of the day in the freezer. Every food market, every pantry does not have a man like this. I've worked at 7. This is my 3rd one. And I can say this.
Mr. Jenkins, I'm not going to cut you off, but I think this is more for when we speak on your nominations. So we'll put a hold on it, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Everything was beautifully shared, Jenkins. Thank you so much. And I think, you know, a lot of students and anyone who has had contact with the market feels really grateful that anyone's open, that you guys are open. Any other market assistants, if you'd like to share anything now, please go ahead.
Well, first off, I want to say hello. My name is Andrew Crowley. I'm a assistant at the market. I just want to say because Jenkins and Matt Austin, Dr. Phillip already talked about it. It's this the place we do the most good at the market, and it's an honor and it's truly a privilege to work with that team. Um, I wouldn't I couldn't find myself working no place else. Um, the team there is amazing. Um, and every day is a new experience, and just being able to see people smile and basically, taking them away from like the daily struggles that they are going through. That makes our day even better. So again, I'm just happy and I'm humbled to be part of the team.
And
So
thank you for
thank you.
sharing. I think a lot of people feel the same way about the market. Okay, so we will move on to our next student team recognition, and that is for the Cougar Crew in the New Student Programs Department. This team was recognized by Jeff Bauer, the Program Coordinator in New Student Programs. I will also share that Jeff was the 2020 Student Employment Supervisor of the Year. And the Cougar Crew handles a lot of different aspects of the new student orientation. They also assist with kind of managing a general email account, the social media for new student programs, and helping out even after orientations, helping students, get connected to all the different resources that we have available. So as far as what has the team accomplished, the Cougar Crew has built the new student program social media presence nearly from scratch. They also created a podcast completely from scratch for students by students. So if anyone hasn't listened yet, Cougar Nation podcast, check it out. The name, logo, and the posting schedule has been set and maintained by the students. In addition, the members of the Cougar Crew plan, record, edit, and publish the podcast. As far as the impact of the team, the Cougar Crew has called over 1,000 students last year, including at the start of the pandemic, to help them succeed in their suddenly online learning environment. Over the course of the summer, the Cougar Crew helped ease a once-in-a-lifetime college transition for over 1,800 new students. So we thank the Cougar Crew today and recognize them: Brianna Taylor, BT Jones, Elizabeth Prieto, Faith Sawyer, and Isaac Saka. So that's the Cougar Crew. Jeff, if you have any words to share about your nomination, please go ahead.
Thanks, Amanda. Absolutely. So you stole my thunder a little bit with the phone calls, but yes, when the pandemic hit, the Cougar Crew, we tasked them with helping students connect to resources in a learning environment that they never planned on having. But beyond that, the Cougar Crew are critical to the success of our first-time college students. In addition to that, they came together as a team in a virtual setting last spring during a time of unrest and had truly powerful conversations as a group without ever having met one another in person. Overall, just their dedication to helping others is truly inspiring. And no matter what the challenge is, no matter what challenges they're facing in their personal lives and what challenges students are facing who are coming to them for help, they help others with enthusiasm, energy, and kindness. The Cougar Crew are living Columbus State's guiding principles. So thank you for all that you have done, and thank you for all I know you will continue to do.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jeff. If any of the students, any of the Cougar Crew here today would like to share any words, please go ahead.
This is BT. Sadly, the rest of us had to do like class and things that sort. Well, not sadly, we have fun classes. But on behalf of all of us, we all do like our jobs. Winston, stop! That's rude. Stop. Sorry, I have a puppy. He's chewing a toy. But on behalf of all the Crew, we really do like our jobs. We like helping new students. Orientations can be lots of fun. There's lots of Kahoots because we do love Kahoot. Winston, stop, you're so rude. But yeah, we love our job and we love helping new students. I have to say, I love getting to know my Cougar Crew members and working on the podcast. My favorite part's probably the podcast and helping students. I like when students listen to the podcast and then ask me a question. Like, oh my God, you listened to it. It's great. Someone's listening. So yeah.
All right, well, thank you, BT. All right, and hello, Winston. All right, so kind of moving on to the next part of the program today is our Student Employment Supervisor of the Year nominations. The nomination criteria for this award included mentorship, leadership, professionalism, and specific unique supervisor qualities. So our first nomination today is for Barbara Allen. She's the Manager of Professional Development and Retention and is overseeing the Care and Compassion team. Barbara was nominated by Sarah Baker. and shares, during the span of her career, she has mentored countless emerging leaders and her campus colleagues. Her mentoring approach is one that invites the mentee and is an equal partner in the relationship. Barbara has empowered and trained her student employees to take the lead on their own. Because of this, her students have led their own campus-wide virtual events and movements, including but not limited to the MLK Celebration Story Exchange, the Women's Legacy Story Exchange, and handwriting over 1,000 cards to employees, veterans, and our community members. So we're celebrating our nomination of Barbara Allen. Sarah, I think you're here today. If you'd like to share a few words about the nomination, please go ahead.
Thank you, Amanda. I am here. First, I need to say that I might be Barbara Allen's #1 fan, and if no one has claimed that, I will proudly take that title. Barbara, like you were saying, Amanda, directly from my nomination, Barbara believes in the power of story. Her supervision style sets her apart due to her approach to empowering her students. She truly, have watched her for over 10 years, invite her students to be bold and share their stories with each other and with the campus in an effort to step into their own greatness. In March 2020, Barbara created the Goodwill Student Ambassadors. Her student leadership group was born from a need, the need to spread joy and compassion to the Columbus State campus in a time of crisis. I believe her approach is unique and unlike any other I've experienced or observed on campus. She truly sees each student and celebrates all of them. With this leadership style, she allows her students and colleagues alike to feel welcomed by her. I know I need to be brief, so I'll finish in saying that Barbara is my greatest mentor, and I love watching what she's doing with her students today as a supervisor. But the thing that is so special to me is that Barbara welcomed me to Columbus State as a student employee over 10 years ago, and I will always remember that, and I'm so thankful. So congrats, Barbara, on your nomination.
Barbara, if you'd like to share any words.
All I can say is thank you. It's my honor to work at Columbus State. It's an unexpected joy. I never expected 20 years ago when I started here that so much of my life and my meaning is tied into the tapestry of this institution. And I remember, Sarah, we had some fun in the Student Assistance Center prior to it being Student Central. So I do remember that day. And I remember all the students because they find a place in my heart, because if you can stand, as people have stand for you, to witness and be there for someone, the possibilities are endless. When someone feels heard and valued, the way that we've been valued and the way we can do that for others just really matters. So thank you. Thanks for thinking of me. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. We have so many amazing individual students and staff here in the Columbus State community. So thank you. So next, we're going to present our Student Employment Supervisor of the Year. And that is Matthew Austin in the Mid-Ohio market. So Matthew was nominated by Lisa Phillips and shared, in a normal year, it requires providing an appropriate amount of challenge and support. In a pandemic year, not only must you honor this balance, but provide much more certainty. And that's something that Matt has done. He's created a stable, consistent environment and modeled what it means to be a team player. I know that each of the team members can tell you how Matt has touched their lives, and personally, I have greatly valued Matt's insights and knowledge on the food system. It makes running a market look easy, but it's not this knowledge that makes him a good supervisor. So Lisa, if you're still here, if you'd like to share a few words about Matt and why you submitted his nomination.
Well, I say congratulations, Matt. And I think the thing when he spoke earlier, he said he started May 1st. He actually started March 1st. And if you recall, we were open 1 week before spring break. And then all of a sudden we were in a pandemic, and he was new to higher education, new to supervising workers, and to learning about student needs. And he just went with it all in. So giving them professional guidance of, what it is we do, why we do it, how it fits into the bigger picture, and then just the personal support and mentorship. We think about all the challenges we faced when the world changed a year ago. We had our students with lives change and various really serious issues going on all over the place. And Matt was always there providing support, resources, encouragement, a few laughs, just has been tremendous. And I am just so proud of him and excited that I have the opportunity to work with him and that our students have the opportunity to work with him. So congratulations, Matt.
Congratulations, Matt. If you'd like to share a few words, please go ahead.
Other than, I still have to go back to the team and I still have to go to the support structure that I had. And yes, it was March 1st. I had 2 days of normal service before it all kind of, I think at that moment, the NBA had shut down and we had thought this is kind of serious. And then pretty quickly after, OSU sent students home. And I think that was the moment we all realized this is what's happening. And so the support that Lisa was able to give me in the beginning, the support and what ended up being a really crazy time to start a new job. My team, my student workers, and all those kind of things. We went from serving 1,600 students in March to 1,600 households in March to 2,400 the next month in April last year. And, that is crazy. And I feel privileged to be a part of it. I feel privileged to work here. And I just thank you all.
All right, thank you, Matt. Congratulations. All right, so moving on to the next portion of the awards event today is our Student Employee of the Year nominees. The nomination criteria included communication, digital technology, problem solving and critical thinking, professionalism, work ethic, intercultural fluency, career management, leadership, and teamwork and collaboration. So our first nominee is Alicia Shop. She works with one of our community partners, Columbus Historical Society, as an office archives and customer service assistant. Alicia was nominated by her supervisor, Amy Briley, and she shared that Alicia is one of the people that pretty much gets along with anyone immediately, and also comes with a wealth of knowledge from her previous experiences. She is able to bring what she knows to situations that she sees and offers assistance. So Amy, I think we have you here today. Amy, if you would like to share a few words about your nomination, please go ahead.
Hi. So Alicia is our office archives and customer service assistant. So she wears many hats, and she wears each hat equally well. She's just a tremendous coworker, and she's been a fantastic asset for our organization. She's always really positive, enthusiastic. She's one of those people that, like, when somebody comes in, like in 5 minutes, it sounds like Alicia's already a friend with her or him or them. She has done exceptional work cataloging our collection. It's like with COVID, it's been a crazy year in terms of accepting donations. So we had quite a backlog of things coming in where we were doing the whole quarantining process. And Alicia's never worked with our software before, and she took to it like a duck to water, and she's really been fabulous. She takes a lot of pride in everything she does. So like when she does something, you know that she's going to do it really well, and that she's going to be like, she wants whatever she does to really represent her best efforts. And she's just been a joy for us to work with. And I'm so thankful that she applied for our position.
Great, thank you for sharing, Amy. Alicia, is there anything you wish to say?
Well, hi there. I just want to say thank you for nominating me. My gosh, Amy is like a joy, a treat to work with, like the best supervisor I think I've ever had. I've learned so much. I think I've learned almost as much from this job experience in terms of like technical computer things as I've learned from my classes. So I really appreciate Amy's just so patience and willingness to train me in things that I'm really not familiar with, but that, hey, I like them. And it turns out that I can do things that I didn't necessarily think that I could do. And so she's really helped build my confidence this year, which has helped me in so many ways in school. Just, I'm an older student. And so, I just kind of wasn't even sure I could do this at this point in my life. And so just working with Amy has helped give me the confidence to really complete the coursework in all of my classes too. Like, I can do this. I feel like I can do this. And this job, this position, and my supervisor especially has really contributed to that the most. So I really am appreciative of Amy, and Carrie and Amanda and all you guys are so helpful and so fast to like help out. You guys are so quick. You're like on it like immediately. And I really appreciate that as a really first-time college student. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And it's been a great year.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. And one thing that you talked about, and it's something kind of Leslie mentioned at the beginning, was that, these student positions, yes, you're getting experience, but, as you shared, you're learning new things that you didn't even know about or didn't know that you would love to do. And you're making those connections with your coursework. And thank you so much for sharing that. That's a really important aspect of student employment. Our next nominee for Student Employee of the Year is Lakin Stokes. Lakin is a lead compassionate care Goodwill ambassador. And she's an exceptional student leader, is exactly the kind of Columbus State student we want to honor, as Barbara shares. She's dialed into the work and feels such a deep connection. She is learning so much about herself and deploying her talents for real, meaningful work that translate now into her own. And it is a joy to watch. So Lakin was nominated by Barbara Allen. So Barbara, if you have any additional things you'd like to share about your nomination, please go ahead.
Well, thanks, Amanda. I know that the whole team is so proud of Lakin, and what I think that she brings that is most, there's so many wonderful things, but most valuable is she brings her full self. She's a critical thinker. She's able to mobilize people to action, and she does it with a lens of empathy. And I see, I think we sit amongst the leaders of tomorrow, and I hope that Lakin will hire me someday. I guess that's what I want to say. But what I also find extraordinary, she leads her peers. And to me, that's tremendously valuable as a leader, to be both someone who can move people forward, but also is connected to the individual. So thanks, Lakin.
All right, Lakin, if you'd like to share anything about your nomination, please go ahead.
Thank you so much for nominating me, Barbara. I just want to say, while we're all here together right now, I feel like we've all been nominated to be at Columbus State by like a higher power of this time, to do the work that we're doing together, to spread to make a change in the world. So I'm so grateful to be here. I think that this is like ordained, that we all work here, that we stayed throughout a pandemic, that we've given our all to our work at Columbus State, and in believing that Columbus State can be a place where everybody feels as though they belong. And I'm really grateful to be here. I really do feel like I belong. I think not just Barbara, I think everybody like at Columbus State gave me a house, Columbus State gave me food, Columbus State has given me love, Columbus State has heard me, Columbus State has walked with me through my journey of like activism for Black Lives Matters. And I could never be more grateful for you guys. And I thank you all so much.
Thank you for sharing, Lakin. In the interest of time, I know we had this scheduled until 1 o'clock. We still have, several more nominees to get through. So I just want to make everyone aware. I hope you're able to stay, a few extra minutes so we can honor all the nominees today. So just want to let everyone know, I see it, but we're going to go over. So our next nominee is Jenkins Smith. Matt nominated him, and he's a market assistant in the Mid-Ohio market. So congratulations, Jenkins. Matt shared that Jenkins does it all in the market, and his main work consists of spacing and placement, as well as managing the fresh product inventory and restocking, but also works the front end with customer service. And he shares that the service population is very diverse and deserves to be served with dignity and respect, which Jenkins fully embraces that and strives to ensure that all the customers are treated with respect and that any outside volunteers are treated as a part of the team. So congratulations on your nomination, Jenkins. And Matt, if there's anything else you'd like to share, please go ahead.
I mean, what more can I say? Everything that we've gotten, that I've been able to work with Jenkins, how much I learned from him too with his experience. And I think a lot about when we get volunteers in and how instantly he works to try and ingratiate them right away, make sure they feel welcome, and make them feel part of the team. Now, since I rudely cut him off earlier, I will let him finish his prepared remarks. So go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Jenkins.
Thank you, everyone. I'm just humble. I thank Matt. I don't think I do all he said, but I appreciate that, and I already feel that just by being nominated for an award, I've won the award already. So kudos to everybody, and I'm just humble. That's about all I can say. Thank you very much for allowing me to work at the Mid-Ohio Market. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenkins. And thank you again earlier for sharing your t-shirt with the logo. I'm not sure if I've seen that, so I appreciate you sharing that with us today. Thank you.
I want to add one more thing. And when I say we've moved 1 million pounds of food, I'm pretty sure Jenkins personally has moved 1 million pounds of food around here too.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Jenkins. Our next nominee is Blanche Cotterman. She assists the Office of Student Conduct with special projects, clerical responsibilities, office coverage, and student support. And also want to share that Blanche was also nominated for the same award last year. Her nominator, Rich Payne, shares he's been working in higher ed for the better part of 2 decades and has worked with hundreds of students. And sometimes you come across a gem that stands out, and Blanche is one of those. So Rich, if you're here today, please go ahead and talk about your nomination for Blanche.
Hey everyone, thanks for the opportunity, and also congratulations to all the other nominees and folks that have won the awards so far. I think Jenkins' remarks really ring true. It's very humbling to hear about all this, so it's pretty amazing. Blanche is nothing shy of amazing. Like I said, I've worked with literally hundreds of students in my time, and some really do stand out. And something about those student workers, excuse me, is that it could be a decade after their employment. They could contact you for a job reference, and you could think about it for less than 30 seconds and have plenty of kind things to say and really help them out that time. Blanche is fantastic. Her patience, her fortitude, and her attitude are all exemplary. Even if she's got a lot of personal matters going on, a lot of academic matters going on, she is always on. She always lets you know when she's on. She's always asking for other assignments, other work to do, always seeking improvement. So I'm certainly proud to have gotten to work with her, and I hope to continue to do so. And I wish her all the luck with this award.
Thank you, Rich. Blanche, if there's anything you'd like to share at this point, please feel free.
Thank you, Rich, for your nomination. I think Jenkins hit it on the spot. It's very humbling. And I will admit, this has been a very trying year and semester. As he's mentioned, I've had many family issues come up in academics, and there were certain things that I just felt like I couldn't do enough. There were programs I was a part of that I just wanted to do so much more. And so just receiving this nomination is very humbling. I love the work I do. I love working with the people in student conduct. I love working with the students when they come in, and it's a learning experience in everything I do that I try to build on for my future career and what I'm actually learning in my field of study. Like when you work with the patient, when they come into a hospital, there's a certain amount of kindness and caring that you have to bring to the table right off the bat. And it's something I just try to incorporate into everything I do. And it's a really humbling experience. And I love being able to learn here at Columbus State through my job opportunities, through the people I meet. It is truly an amazing opportunity. And I thank everyone for all of that experience.
Okay, thank you so much, Blanche. Our next nominee for Student Employee of the Year is Adina Davis. She's a Diversity Student Coordinator in the Office of Global Diversity and Inclusion and was nominated by Brett Welsh. He shares that he wanted to recognize Adina because she excelled in every facet of the position and is always willing to go above and beyond when asked, or even if she's not asked. She embodies what we hope to see in every student employee: a willingness to learn, a hard worker, a great team member, and a great personality. So Brett, if you'd like to share more about your nomination for Adina, please go ahead.
Yeah, congratulations to all the nominees. Well deserved. I love hearing all these different stories of folks in their different areas doing amazing work. So congrats to all the nominees. So Adina is kind of like our Renaissance woman in our office. We ask her to do a lot of different things because she can handle it. And because she does such a good job with everything that she's involved in. She's helped us with our diversity training series this year. She's actually going to lead her own workshop this summer. So I hope some of you can check that out. But she's been so helpful behind the scenes, on camera, with some of those trainings. She's helped out with Women's History Month programming, Black History Month programming, and she has completely brought life to our social media accounts this year. Every day you can check out our accounts on Instagram and Facebook, and she's got great historical stuff, educational stuff, fun things. And so much of that is unprompted. You know, I'll give her something like, hey, can you post something this week? And she comes up with this great list of things that she puts out, that she puts together herself, and she puts so much time into it. And just one other thing about Adina is, you know, she's sort of a magic unicorn in that we get a lot of people who are very passionate about diversity, equity, social justice that find their way to our office. But not only does Adina have that passion, but she has the maturity and she has the wisdom to be able to apply it to what we do in our office. And so she has that passion, she has that interest, but she's able to funnel it into all of our work, which students get a benefit from that. So we're thankful. We appreciate you, Adina. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Brett, and congratulations, Adina. If there's anything you'd like to share, please go ahead.
Oh gosh, let me not be a crybaby because my whole team knows that I can cry off the drop of a dime. But as much as this is a nomination for me, I'd like to extend that nomination to all of our team because without them, I would not be where I am right now. They see the anxiety that I have when I have to post. You know, they see the struggles and I see their struggles, and they just make it so much easier to be the best people that we can be. So I'd like to give a shout out to Sarah, Wes, Katrina, Brett, oh gosh, Q, just, you know, our whole team, because they are the reason why I do what I do. They are the reason why I am able to get on Zoom or go to my classes and just be willing to go through it all. They make this experience worth it. So thank you all. I'm so happy. And let me stop before I cry.
It's okay, you can cry, it's fine. Thank you so much and congratulations. So now I'd like to present our Student Employee of the Year honorable mentions. You know, as you all have seen, we have so many amazing student employees and everyone nominated. And here are just a couple that we'd like to honor as our honorable mentions. Our first is Angela Slum, as a Senior Goodwill Ambassador for the Compassion and Care team, nominated by Barbara Allen. Barbara shared that Angela is a standout for this work. She's eager, creative, and giving. It's exciting to see her learning about herself and being so committed to the work. She's passionate and shares herself freely to teach others. She cares so much about the work and offers creative solutions. So Barbara, thank you for your nomination. if you'd like to share anything specific about it, please go ahead.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amanda. Angela has been, for me, especially during this year that's been hard for a lot of us, to watch Angela's becoming has been a source of strength for me personally, to see her growth and to see her persistence. She is a person who juggles many roles in her life, and she shows up in every one of them. And we found each other as a happenstance through one of the job fairs. And you can just see the wheels turning and the light shining and Angela becoming. And it's why we do this work. And it just makes me so proud to see her becoming the woman that she wants to be. She's kind, she's caring, she's smart as a whip, and she offers up to the team her full self. So thank you, Angela. It's been a joy to work with you.
Okay, thank you. And Angela, if you'd like to share, please go ahead.
Absolutely. So I had to wipe away the tears. I just want to say thank you. I am very honored and humbled by this experience. Ever since I started here at Columbus Day, so much has happened for me. And as Barbara said, like, I juggle so many roles, so I didn't even know like that all of this was possible. And if I would have just gotten what I had prayed for or hoped for, I would have been selling myself so short. And like I said before, none of this would have been possible without our team and all of our supervisors. So I'm just very thankful, and I appreciate all of you, and I appreciate the school, and I appreciate just everybody that has contributed to me having this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela, and congratulations. And the next honorable mention for Student Employee of the Year is Brianna Riley. Bree is an admissions ambassador in the admissions department and was nominated by Jesse Everly, who was actually our 2016 Student Employee of the Year. So it's all continuing here. It's coming full circle. So Bree is an admissions ambassador. One of the main duties is to call prospective, accepted, and ready to register students and provide additional information on their next steps, financial aid, and any other additional questions they have. Jessie shared that Bree has made over 5,400 calls and counting during her time as an admissions ambassador and is directly connected with over 1,300 prospective and accepted students. She's a perfect role model and lead by example, and she's able to use her own personal experience to meet each student where they are and help show them the way. I know Jessie couldn't be here today, but I believe Justin is here and has a few words that Jessie wanted to share. So please go ahead.
Sure. Jessie wrote up a little blurb really about Bree, and I'm doing my best Jessie impersonation as she asked me to do. Bree, you are brilliant, resilient, empathetic, and earth-shatteringly kind. You are incredible in every sense of the word. I've said to myself countless times this past year, how did I get so lucky to have such an amazing student employee? Every new challenge, every new bump in the road, you have faced with dignity, resolve, and a contagious amount of optimism and hope. I've become a better person working with you, and I hope you never forget the impact you have had on those over 1,400 students you have connected directly with. Keep fighting, keep shining, your light brightens the world. Here's to you, Bree. Can't wait to see what your future holds. And if I could just add, I think that both of those remarks really sum up Bree's work. Bree, I try to tell you every time I think of it, which isn't enough, how the good work you do. Just really appreciate you. So congratulations.
Thank you for sharing that, Justin. Bree, if there's anything you'd like to share, please go ahead.
Of course, yeah. So first and foremost, super thankful to Jessie for this amazing nomination. This past year has been very interesting, moving all of a sudden from a in-person position to online and just suddenly feeling that disconnect that didn't actually happen with me because of Jessie and the great communication over Teams and stuff. And I honestly couldn't have succeeded as well as I have or do as well as I have if it wasn't for Jessie constantly encouraging me and being willing to answer any questions I have throughout the process of learning about how to do my role online. And just having somebody to go out to when I have questions, concerns, or just exciting news about my life. So I'm super thankful for Jessie for everything she's done for me. And I'm super thankful for admissions also just for teaching me stuff about Columbus State as I'm helping others on their next steps. I've learned so much about Columbus State and all the different opportunities that are here because of my role in guiding these new students in their next steps. So thank you so much for the admissions team and for Jessie and Justin for encouraging me as I go through this role this past year.
Thank you so much, Bree, and congratulations. And I'd like to echo something Barbara shared earlier. If any of you come across my resume in a few years, please hire me, any of these students. Our next leaders. Yep, I definitely see that. Okay, so next we are announcing the 2021 Student Employee of the Year. And Canva has a drum roll. Okay. BT Jones, Cougar Crew, new student programs. Congratulations, BT. You're our 2021 Student Employee of the Year. She was also a nominee back in 2020, and she was nominated by Jeff Bauer. And Jeff shares that BT cares deeply about helping others, has a high level of personal motivation to learn new things and contribute to the team, and has high standards for her own work. She wants to help the Cougar Crew be a better work experience for everyone else long after she's graduated and moved on to bigger and better things. So Jeff, please go ahead and share a bit more about why you nominated BT for the Student Employee of the Year Award.
It would be my pleasure. Thanks. So maybe the easiest way I can explain why I nominated BT is to share something one of our full-time staff members said after an orientation last summer. And I quote, "Well, I was with BT and I'm pretty sure she can do my job better than I can. So things went really well in my room." And that really does personify BT. In addition to really caring about others in the moment, she wants to have a lasting positive impact. She's helped me rethink a number of different aspects of the Cougar Crew and how we interact with students and the impact we're trying to have. And she's been a very valuable voice from the student perspective. She personifies leadership by example, and she raises the bar for everyone, staff and myself included. She challenges me to think of new things and to be creative, and she really has made me a better employee as well. Her year-over-year growth is a shining example of both the benefits of student employment and what we want student employees to be. And I'm incredibly fortunate that she's still here for another summer, so we have one more summer of BT at orientation before she ultimately graduates in December and goes on to do incredible work in her field with the four-legged furry friends we all know and love. So congratulations, BT, you've completely earned it.
Congrats, BT. Congratulations on being the 2021 Student Employee of the Year. If there's anything you'd like to share, please take a moment to do so.
I feel like every time Jeff nominates for something, his goal is to make me cry. I haven't cried yet, not completely. I shed a tear, but thank you for the nominee. My dog literally jumped up on me because I gasped when it said, like, I got it. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. Don't cry. Don't cry. But my favorite part is just working with everyone. I do really like seeing other people's growth and growth with others. I've grown a lot in this position, not just as a student, but as a person. And I really like working not just with the student employees, but the other employees as well, especially with like the college transition specialists. I've gotten so much advice, not just with school, but with life. And it's great. And I'm gonna go cry. It's fine.
Thank you, BT, and congratulations. It's okay to be emotional about this. It's so exciting. Thank you all for joining us today for the Student Employment Awards for this year. As you can see, we have so many amazing students here that help the college run, that bring so much to our campus community. So that closes the formal portion of the program. But we're happy to stick around for a few more minutes if anyone hasn't gotten the opportunity to share and would like to do so, please go ahead. But again, thank you all for being here today, and congratulations to all of our nominees and the winners today. So thank you.